Hi guys, you remember this enlarged hangar rack that I flew indoors, Winard's Perch, earlier this year, late last year. It's rudder only, rudder and throttle, which is fine for indoor flying, but if I'm to fly outdoors I think I'm going to need an elevator because it's never going to be flat calm conditions. So I've just made an elevator the same style, which I'm just going to pop. Didn't cover quite so well, but it doesn't matter, which I'm going to pop there on the back, and the push rod has to come down the same side as the rudder because that's where the servo is. So actually it could be a bit tricky getting it past that. No, should just miss the wing strut. I can bend it around, but I've got to get another piece of carbon rod, something like 1.5, something like that. So I'm just going to hinge this, and my preferred method of hinging, as you may know, is fishing line. This is 1mm fishing line. I'm going to only put 3 of these in. I've made the holes already. In fact, I made 1 hole. Just about to make the others. Yeah, I just knocked this up this afternoon. Just I can get it all hinged up. Anyway, this should be enough just to give me a little bit of control. Now, because this is inside the covered tailplane, what I thought I might do is CA them in, but I can CA the other side when it's already on because it's hollow underneath, so I can get to the hinge to put CA on. But for this one I've got to do it on the top, and I think the best way to do it, let's just get the there it is. I think the best way to do it is to make a little pool of CA and then just wipe it in there, you know. I'm just going to pull it up onto this piece of plastic. No, it will run off. A couple of bits there. Right. Let's pop a pool on there. Like that. And we'll see how far in I can get this before it seizes up, you know, grabs. And I can see how far it's gone in because it's transparent. Okay, now this one's a little bit on the long side, so I'm going to trim it down a little bit. If you haven't used these hinges before, cut them at an angle, otherwise you get a sort of a burr and you can't put them in. So that one's going to go in. Why will it not go in? Did I drill it out? I'm not sure, perhaps I missed one out. Let's just run the double check a minute. Yeah. Got to handle this reasonably carefully because it is only 1/8 balsa. It's not something that you can be rough with. There we go. There we go. So we slot the elevator in there. We give it a little, I like to give it movement now before I glue it. Usually it pulls itself out, but it's not doing that, so I'm just going to pull it out manually. It's quite reluctant to go uphill, pulling up, and it will be pushing that servo not entirely happy with that, guys. I've only got 3 hinge pins. What I was looking for was my 0.7mm fishing line, and I seem to have mislaid it, which is why I put the 1mm in. But it's amazing how much stiffer it is, so I might just thin it down a little bit. Yeah, it's really, I'm going to thin it right down. How do you do that, Cliff? Good question. I like good questions. All I can do is this. I just get a scalpel and drag it through like this. Physically thin it down. The actual bit that moves. Can even carve it away, or even try sanding it possibly. Don't have to get all of it, just the actual hinge part. Yeah, it's much softer. That's still, in comparison, very stiff. So, okay, let's try that. That's better. Wow, what a difference. What a difference just thinning it down makes. Right, I've got an easy gap. So all I'm going to do is to turn that over, locate the hinges and put a little drop of C8 on the inside. One there. Where's that one? I don't think that one's come all the way through. Not sure. Oh, big drip there. I might have to put a drip in the middle of that one. Oh, it has come through, I just couldn't see it. There we go. So let's check it, because I can still fly it with this elevator, because it's not going to go anywhere. So there we go, guys. Job's a good one. One little elevator. Won't need much movement, I'm sure. Because if you remember this model at Winard's Perch, it just flew so well, didn't it? Really very nice. The Hangar rack, very successful design. Not mine, I hasten to add. So all I need to do is get up a little push rod now, just hook it up from the elevator down to this little plywood horn I've put in, and I'll have an elevator. Simple as that, nice and easy. Thanks for looking, guys. Members only video, just keeping my special people, you know who you are, up to speed with a little behind the scenes jobby. Next time I fly this, I'll actually say my members already know this, but now you all do. But it could well be not for a little while yet. Great, okay, cheers. See you around, hopefully.